let's say someone doesn't know how to collect that money and they have a whole catalog of music out there on streaming platforms. They have no idea publishing even exists. They don't know how to collect it. They don't know what to do, right? What happens to that money? It goes into a very obscure place in the in the world.
You're not going to like the answer, Kato. You're not going to like the answer of what happens to
Break it down. What happens
Right.
to that money if you don't collect it?
So, listen, this is why it's so important to understand what publishing is and how to collect your money, because it doesn't stay in the system forever, right? What happens is as songs get streamed every day on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, songs are played on the radio. Sometimes people download songs. I don't really download songs anymore, but some people are still out here downloading, right? Those publishing royalties go to collection societies around the world. We can get into what those are, but every country has their own collection societies for every type of publishing royalties. So mechanical royalties in the United States might go to the MLC. Performance royalties in the United States might go to ASCAP or BMI. And those collection societies sit on that money for a period of time. And if the correct songwriter doesn't reach out to that collection society, and remember, there are hundreds of these around the world. If the songwriter doesn't reach out and say, yo, I'm the songwriter of this share of this song, please pay me my royalties, those collection societies, after a period of time, often between 12 to 24 months, they'll just pay out those royalties to the major rights holders. That means the major record labels and publishing companies. Because they'll say, no one collected, these are unallocated royalties, no one claimed them, we don't want to sit on them forever. So we're just going to pay them out to the biggest companies in the world, and you guys figure out what to do with them.
That's dirty work. That's dirty work right there.
It's dirty work. And, you know, it's a system that...
There's a name for this, by the way, right?
There's a name for it. It's called the Blackbox, right? Which is like kind of a sinister sounding name.
Yep.
And I think my message for artists when they're like, how do I get my money out of the black box? And the answer is simple. You just have to make sure that you're registering that you're collecting your publishing money effectively. The best way to avoid getting your money trapped in the black box is just to make sure that you're really on top of whenever a song comes out, making sure you have a plan for how am I going to collect that publishing money. And the most effective plan, because remember, like there are collection societies around the world. We have ASCAP and BMI in the United States. In the UK, you have PRS. In France, you have SACEM. In Germany, you have GEMA. In Japan, you have Jazzrack, right? Like almost every country has its own dedicated collection society. That's just for performance royalties. Then you have collection societies for mechanical royalties. So if you're an artist, if you're a songwriter, and you're like, I just want to register my publishing around the world so that I avoid getting my money trapped in the black box, it's really difficult to do that at every single collection society around the world. And that's where you need to rely on a global publishing administrator, right? That's what KOSIGN is. That's what Kobalt is, right?
Yeah.
Kobalt, we are the publishing administrator for Max Martin, Dr. Luke, Childish Gambino, Bon Iver, Sir Paul McCartney, Stevie Nicks, right? Like those are artists and songwriters who understand the value of publishing. Because their publishing is worth millions, right? And they know that a big part of making sure that they're making the most out of the legacy of their music is to have someone out there collecting their publishing income wherever it lives. And that is too big a job for one person to try to do. Like if you're an artist, like you can register to ASCAP and BMI, and it's a great idea to do so, but it's not going to collect everything, right?
Yeah.
So when we talk about the black box, when we talk about making sure that you're rightfully collecting your publishing royalties, like the good news is like there are platforms, like that's what we're doing with KOSIGN, where we're saying, yo, like we are the #1 company to make sure that we will get money out of the publishing system wherever it is. And you also want to make it simple for people. Like people don't want to have to register, like I got to make an ASCAP account and an MLC account. And I hope I'm collecting my international royalties, but I'm not 100% sure. Like you need to give people a tool to empower them to say, look, here's one place to go, send in your song, and then watch transparently in real time as we will register it at every single collection society in every single country for every single platform transparently. Like that is how to make sure you avoid the black box, is by just knowing my publishing exists, it's worth money to me, I should be empowered to go out and collect it, and I should be empowered to find a partner who's going to help me do that.
Yeah.